Welcome to the September edition of the First Friday video here at Arkansas State. Coming back to class also means coming back to the lab, and this month I wanted to highlight what is happening at Arkansas State in research and technology transfer. I'm extremely excited about what our faculty and students are working on, and Dr. Tom Risch is with us to discuss those projects. He is the head of our Technology and Research Office, as well as the director of the Arkansas Biosciences Institute here at Arkansas State. Tom, thank you for joining us here today.
Hey, thanks for coming to ABI and giving me the opportunity to talk about research.
I want to start with letting you tell us a little bit about what's going on in this building.
The Arkansas Biosciences Institute is a consortium of 5 institutions in Arkansas that was initially funded by the tobacco settlement. And here in Jonesboro, most people know about ABI from this outstanding research facility we have here. We house laboratories that are doing state-of-the-art research. We are also the local home for numerous grants and research collaborations.
What are some of the examples that you can talk about that are happening here in this building?
So Arkansas State faculty are doing some state-of-the-art research, some of which you may have seen in the international news. For example, the work to create frameworks for future heart tissue that's being conducted by Fabricio Medin Boulevard in collaboration with the Worcester Polytechnical University. Our faculty is also looking at opportunities to work with colleagues at our med school here on campus, the NYIT, and the U.S. Department of Agriculture, and as well as the University of Arkansas Division of Ag and Ag Extension Service. These are just some of the agencies that people might recognize that are working here in the ABI.
And research is really increasing at Arkansas State overall, isn't it?
That's right. Thanks to the hard work of our faculty and staff, we're seeing an uptick in the number of grants and research projects. Literally millions of dollars of large competitive grants have been coming in this year. That's no small achievement for us because areas of support like the NSF have reduced their funding and Arkansas State has been competitive. We've also had 2 patents this year already on work that's been done on campus, and we have more patent applications in the pipeline.
That's really exciting. It's exciting to see the research side of Arkansas State, but even more so to see how our students and our professors are involved together in the research that happens here.
And this is something that I'm most proud of that goes on here at Arkansas State, our faculty working with students. Where other universities might solely highlight graduate research, our faculty are also committed to providing these types of research opportunities to our undergraduate students. It is also important to keep in mind and to appreciate that research is not just limited to the sciences. Our students are engaged in a bunch of creative activities across campus. Every college on campus is involved. This is highlighted at events like we have at Created A State, which is coming up this spring, where you get a chance to see just how many of our students are engaged in research and creative projects through their presentations. With more than 270 participants, we recently had to expand this to a 3-day format. This success is leading to more opportunities for our graduates to earn assistantships for their master's and doctoral work at some of America's top research universities after they graduate.
Thanks for joining me here today, Tom. It's exciting to see all the research that's taking place at Arkansas State University, and thank you for your leadership as you lead our faculty and our students in the research enterprise.
My pleasure, Kelly.
I recently had the opportunity to visit the crossroads of A-State and our regional technology community. One was connected to ABI through the translational laboratory space. A partnership with St. Bernard's, members of our faculty are collaborating with physicians and others to create new and exciting changes in healthcare. I was also invited to the dedication of the newly renovated Hytrol Technology Center here in Jonesboro. It was an eye-opening experience. If you received a package from UPS or Amazon recently, it was probably sorted on its way to you by a Hytrol conveyor system. Did you know that a majority of the engineers at Hytrol are also A-State alumni? It just shows how connected our university and region is to America's economy. Speaking of openings, I had the chance to join Johnny Allison and our partners at Centennial Bank for the ribbon cutting of our new Welcome Center. Johnny and his family have been extremely gracious supporters of Arkansas State over the years. As he said at the event, he is committed to his alma mater. This kind of alumni loyalty has led to a record-setting year in giving to Arkansas State. More than $40 million in the last academic year, and a significant part of that was dedicated to our 2 most important resources, faculty and students. Thanks to the hard work of our university advancement team in the past 5 years, we have grown the number of endowed professorships from 6 to 16, and the number of privately funded scholarships from 251 to 361. This week marks the 11th day of classes at Arkansas State, and with that, the announcement of our annual fall enrollment. I'm pleased to tell you that Arkansas State has improved in many areas, with a turnaround in the number of first-time students and a record first-year retention. Among the highlights in our 14,000 plus students, we welcome the second incoming class of students at Campus Querétaro. We had continued growth among online students, maintaining Arkansas State's position as a leading provider of this important service to Arkansans. With all the positives, we also have to acknowledge that we have room to grow and the need to grow. A record-setting retention rate and a larger incoming freshman class that we had last year cannot overcome the smaller class that we had in fall 17, the class of 2021. And that small class will be with us until they graduate. We're also part of a larger national trend of declining international student enrollment. And we've also had 2 years of record after record degrees conferred at Arkansas State, and that has depleted the number of returning students. That's great news that students are graduating, but the size of our student body has been declining over the past couple of years. But what has our campus invigorated and excited is our class of 2022. In everything we say and do with our incoming first-year students, we are emphasizing that they are the class of 2022. That's our expectation for them and our duty to them. We want them to graduate in 4 years, or less if it's possible. With close to 1,600 students in the incoming class of 2022, they come here well prepared to achieve that goal. I wanted to begin a tradition of taking a class portrait at the freshman convocation, and the turnout was incredible. Next year, we're going to need a bigger A, and we have seen that enthusiasm continue in event after event this fall. Welcome Week saw one of the largest organization fairs that anyone can recall. The Welcome Back block party in downtown Jonesboro was an incredible success as the city and downtown merchants closed Main Street and stayed open late for A-State students. Order to the Pack was, well, packed as the first-year students joined with the rest of the student body to learn and to celebrate Red Wolf traditions. I know many of you will be watching the Red Wolves take on national champion Alabama on Saturday. I want to remind all of you that our next home game is Family Day in Jonesboro as we host UNLV. We'll be planning lots of special activities, and you can find out more by going to astate.edu/familyday. All of those new first-year students I've talked about have been on campus for about a month, and I know they want to see their families back here on campus. Parents, grandparents, alumni, and friends, Beth and I want to invite all of you to participate in our Family Day. Finally, I've said to all of you that my word for the year is forward. For all the excitement at the start of the semester, I promise you there are incredible announcements ahead of us in the next 2 months. And no, I can't tell you about some of them yet, but stay tuned and stay in touch. You know how to reach me at KDAMP and by email at chancellor@astate.edu. But I also want to encourage you to connect with our university either through the main website or through social media so that you can hear and see about these great events when they happen. All right, everybody, wolves up.